These shocking scenes were recorded shortly after the attack, 2 blocks from the White House in the heart of the American capital. 2 seriously injured soldiers on the ground, next to them, the wounded attacker. The attacker fired the first shots. According to preliminary information, it was a planned attack. The authorities are calling it an ambush.
They had a person pinned on the ground yelling at him to stay down, and there was broken glass in the bus stop, and then they moved, like it was some sort of construction vehicle or something along those lines, and they moved the vehicle, and that's when we saw 2 National Guards on the ground, and 1 they were trying to resuscitate.
Both soldiers were taken to the hospital in critical condition. 20-year-old Sarah and 24-year-old Andrew were on their first patrol, just 24 hours after taking their oath. The attack came as a shock to the American public. Such an attack on U.S. soldiers on American soil is almost unbelievable. Authorities are investigating the perpetrator's motives.
The individual, the suspect, came around the corner. He immediately started firing a firearm at the 2 National Guard members. So at that time, there were other National Guard members that were in the area. They heard the gunfire. They actually were able to intervene and to kind of hold down the suspect after he had been shot on the ground until law enforcement got there within moments.
Even more shocking is the information about the perpetrator himself. According to the authorities, he is a 29-year-old fugitive from Afghanistan, a former American intelligence contact in Kandahar.
He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it. His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country. This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation.
The infamous, chaotic evacuation of Kabul following the Taliban's surprise offensive and capture of the capital city was one of the greatest embarrassments in the history of the U.S. military. During the operations around the airport, 13 soldiers were killed in a bomb attack. Troops abandoned military equipment, including armored vehicles and helicopters, which fell into the hands of militants. The attack in Washington has already sparked a nationwide debate on security, particularly in the context of immigrants who have entered America either via the southern border or on evacuation flights.
We will never back down. We will secure our capital. We will secure our cities. In fact, this happened just steps away from the White House. It will not stand. And that's why President Trump has asked me, and I will ask the Secretary of the Army to the National Guard, to add 500 additional troops, National Guardsmen, to Washington, D.C.
At the same time, immigration services have suspended the processing of all immigration applications submitted by Afghan citizens until security procedures and verifications have been reviewed.